Thank you for tuning in, Woodsy here, and today we're going to be looking at the Nikesbdunk Low Pro Phillies. So there are two lows and two highs in this bubblegum pack that I've seen so far. I've already reviewed the New York Mets, so I'll pop a link somewhere. The lows, both the lows are really nice. This is a really nice colorway, but I do really like the Dodgers pair that should hopefully release soon. Really happy to get this pair though, and I love the fact that you've got two spare laces. It really goes well with the color scheme on it. This was a hit from Flatspot, so massive thank you Flatspot. Always appreciate managing to get a raffle win, and obviously I've spoke about them before. Really great service. The only downside, and it's nothing to do with Flatspot, is that sometimes you have quality control issues with any Nike products, and it's been a while since I've had any problems with an Nikesbdunk, but literally looks like the gluer has had a bukkake party on the front of this toe box. So there's it's basically where it's quite a nice soft material. It's made firm patches and it looks darker, and it's like almost like gripped the fibers together. And I've tried to brush that off, and brushing it makes me appreciate the actual quality of the material is actually quite nice, but I still need to brush that a bit more to get all the glue off. It's annoying, but it happens when they're doing a vast quantity of any product. You're going to have mistakes happen, but is what it is. I'm still really glad to actually get the shoe itself, because these in hand are actually really nice. So of course, let's start off with a box. So it is your Nike SB purple box. It is the Nikesbdunk Low Pro Premium. So this is the Vala Blue Team Maroon. This is a 9.5, which is US 10.5. Now, in this bubblegum pack, so this is the like basically the baseball pack, stated as the bubblegum pack because on the right shoe you have that patch of pink coloration to state the bubblegum. There should be two highs and two lows. That is all I've seen so far. I love all of the shoes in the actual pack. They're all really nice personally, and I've actually started to have a real appreciation for the highs recently, and I've already reviewed the New York Mets. I think they look the best actually with the blue laces. I did say the orange previously, but the blue just hit hard. And I really like that pair, so there'll be a link above or wherever to go see that review. Of course, everyone is a lot more fonder of the lows when it comes to Nike SB, and I just really like this pair because of that sort of like maroon color. And obviously you get two spare laces, which is really nice. It's nice to have that choice as well. So yeah, let's look around at the materials. So starting off at the bottom, you've got a gum bottom. So it seems that they're doing quite a lot of releases with this gum bottom. Then you've got that sort of maroon Nike SB shield in the middle. Bright white midsole with the white stitching, and then on the upper it is majority this Vala Blue, if I'm pronouncing that right. So you've got this standard suede again. It actually feels quite rough. It's almost like when you've cleaned a suede product and then once you've let it dry it goes a bit crispy. And what I think I'm going to start doing is starting to brush the suede on these to sort of almost like nap it again. But it's not too bad a material, and it should be nice and sturdy, especially if you're going to skate these. So on that suede, you've got it around the mudguard on the toe box, through the lace holes, and then on the cuff round to the back of the heel. The actual toe box panel is almost like this sort of like nubuck sort of feeling, very soft, really nice feel actually, on the toe box, behind the swoosh, and then at the top of the cuff. And then you have this sort of like canvasy material for that back heel tab, contrasting white stitching for the Nike, and then on the swooshes it's a sort of like rubbery, plasticky sort of feel. So it's almost looks like double backed, but it's like it's got white to sort of like highlight this maroon swoosh, which looks really nice, and it's got that sort of like texture to it, that noise when you scratch over it, very fine lines through it. So quite an interesting material on the swoosh, and I quite like it. I think it should be quite durable and stand the test of time. But yeah, I quite like it, and I think that colour of the swoosh just makes these a lot easier to wear, because I think an all blue shoe can be quite difficult sometimes. So sock liner in that nice blue as well, and the insole again. What I've said a lot of the time is the insoles of recent releases are really quite standard and quite generic. So you've just got a really plain insole in that blue, and then the maroon contrasting text. You've got that blue tongue, blue piping, blue on the back of the tongue tag, and then you have that maroon contrasting text. And then of course, what is so good about recent releases, and especially this bubblegum pack, is you have the sort of little pictures on the back of the tongue tag. So on the left you have a Phillies cheesesteak, which is a very, well, it's a popular or well-known cuisine in the US, and it does sound appealing, but when I've googled pictures, it is that sort of like, I reckon it's really tasty, but it's sort of like a filthy sort of pleasure. And then on the right shoe you have the Philadelphia Liberty Bell, so they have sort of like things to correspond with obviously the area that the team is in. All round a really, really nice pair, and as I said, I love the fact that you've got 2 spare laces. So stock, you've got that light blue through, and what this color scheme is, I think it's their sort of like one of their previous uniforms that was maybe in the 80s, which is that sort of blue and maroon, so it goes really well with the actual team theme, which I think is fantastic again. So stock is that sort of like light blue color, and then you have the maroon tips, spare white laces, and then also spare maroon laces. And let's check the tips on these. So what is nice as well, they've done the contrasting tips. So on the tips of the maroon you have that sort of light blue, and then where's the end of the white ones? And on the white ones you have contrasting maroon tips. Small details like that I think what make Nikesbdunk so great. Like they could have just put the 2 spare laces, but they've changed the tip color. I know it's a very small detail, but it's those small details that make me really love the Nikesbdunk. And then of course I have to say, you have the bubblegum on the right side. This has actually got staining. It's got like this blue staining on this bubblegum, which I'm gonna have to clean off, which is really annoying. But yeah, so, and then the bubblegum patch on that right shoe. Really nice shoe. Proper nice dunk in all fairness, and I will be doing some on-feet fits and some lace swaps. I think I've said everything. I'm looking forward to trying to get the Dodger lows and obviously the giant highs. But yeah, tell me what you think. Are you going to go for this pack? Are you finding dunks slightly easier to get? It seems like, especially in the UK, the hype for dunks is dropping, which is always fantastic. It could be to do with the financial sort of crisis at the moment, or it could be to do with the fact that people are going on to other silhouettes. But the dunk for Nikesbdunk heads is perfect time to try and pick up all these sort of new releases that are coming out. It should be a little bit easier, hopefully. But yeah, let's go to the on feet. It's Woodsy out.